Welcome back to HeadTrip Air World Tour. We had to take a little break from our last episode, which didn't go so hot. We didn't get off the ground. Actually, we didn't even pull out of our stall here. We're having a few issues with the passenger load. We were having a few issues with auto disconnects to our battery. But hopefully maintenance has fixed a few of those problems, and so we're going to give this another try. So let's just cross our fingers that everything goes okay. We're going to just jump right into it and see if we can get things started again. As a reminder, for those of you just joining us, we are here at McCarran Airport in Las Vegas. We are going to take a short little trip down to San Diego, California. This is part of our world tour where we're attempting to circumnavigate the globe and touch down in every state in the United States as well as every nation on the planet. Thus far, we haven't made a ton of progress, but we've made some. And so let me just give you a quick update on what we've done so far. So far, we've knocked out 5 states, starting in Utah. Of course, the entire tour kicked off at Salt Lake International. And then we dropped down into New Mexico and did some quick bush flights up to Colorado and over to Arizona, and finally we headed towards Las Vegas, did a little tour of Monument Valley and Lake Powell, and of course Hoover Dam, and then finally into the Las Vegas area. So that's where we're at. That's where we're sitting. It's a Sunday afternoon. We're going to try to get things moving along, get some passengers loaded, and hopefully we'll be in the air in no short time. So, or should I say a short time? I don't know. That no short time. That was just completely an oxymoron, I guess. But anyways, let's just get this thing going, shall we? The plane feels a little snappier than it did last time, which is good. It's a good thing. Looks like we've got a tipped cone out there. Let's first bring in, let's turn on our overhead battery for a moment. We'll go ahead and load up some external power as well. Bring the cart over. That should get him moving. And while we're doing that, let's get our APU intake and shutoff valve on. There we go. And we'll start that up. It'll take just a moment. Turn on our hydraulics, and of course I'm going to put our nav on. So far, so good. I think we can live with that. I think we're at the point where we could probably call in Jetway. We'll need to connect to ground. Tune in to ground 101.9 and call over Jetway.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12, could you please connect the jetway to the aircraft?
HeadTrip 12, the jetway is going to be connected.
Speaking of which, I probably ought to open the doors and lower the rails. There we go. I'm going to open up our cargo holds and our service door and make some calls in for those as well.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12, could you please send the baggage?
HeadTrip 12 baggage is on the way.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12, could you please send the catering truck?
HeadTrip 12, the catering truck is on the road.
Okay. Those are some important pieces of our puzzle here. I think I'm going to go ahead and start loading up passengers. Before I do that, though, I think let's get our fasten seatbelt lights on. Well, hopefully we can have an orderly boarding.
Hi, cabin crew. We're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, our APU's going. Let's get our fuel on. Let's turn the air conditioning on. Looks like a warm day, actually, so I'm going to bring some cool air in. We'll condition the cargo hold as well. And we'll also just put a little bit of heat on our windows in case we get to some higher altitudes today. And so far so good. I think we're ready to start our engine. I'm going to start with the right engine. We'll let that drop into the 20 range and hop this up to an idle position. There we go. Looks like things are going well there. Let's start the left engine as well.
Hi there, we are pretty much ready to go up here. We've got the load sheets on board, so once everyone's on board, please feel free to close the doors and we can get going.
Okay, for some reason...
great. We're almost done.
For some reason, my, gotta tell you. Oh, that's better. No, that's, I think we need to bring this back down to that position. Okay. Make sure we have some action on this side of the plane as well. Looks like we do. Looks like the ground crew are finishing up. So let's go ahead and close our service door and our cargo holds. And we can let the cart go. Our cart can go. All right. For navigation purposes, we're going to have to, first of all, let me hit my trims and my mock trim. And let's get our navs set up here. Should be getting close to the tail end of the mandatory things. We got the yaw damper. And we can turn off our APU, of course. And set our yaw damper. That looks good. We'll set yaw damper number 2 as well. Great. Parking brake and the passenger door. Let's make sure we're looks like we've got 45 on board, 17 remaining. May as well pop that onto our display real quickly here. So, we'll wait for them to final board. We'll work on our flight plan in here. Okay, our route. This is the challenging part, and I just don't have this quite figured out yet. But our routing is going to be giving us just a little bit of grief here because, as you can see, let's pull this open here. As you can see here, our routing, the last time I checked in this plane, I was not able to find Radiator 2. I think it looks like that might be the completion of our boarding. Let me make sure. Looks like everybody is on board and all are seated. This is great. Okay, just one moment. I'll close the doors. I don't know why they're freaking out, but maybe someone getting hit on the head with a suitcase. But we'll close the doors. Let's let the jetway go.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12. Could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the motorist on this emergency procedure. There are 6 emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the
On
key.
behalf of the captain and
Oxygen
crew,
masks
welcome
will
aboard
hang down
this
from
flight.
above your seat.
We hope you enjoy
Place the
flying
mask
with us.
over your mouth and
Before
nose,
takeoff, we would like
There we
to
go.
encourage all
Let me get back to what I was saying.
The cabin is secure. All doors closed. We're ready to go.
Thank you. Safety features and procedures of the aircraft.
I'll let them finish off their emergency announcements here. So Radiator 2, maybe we could put that in as direct. I just don't know if it's been replaced with Radiator 3, possibly. Who knows? But we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best to do a manual input of this because I'm just not sure. I tried in the last episode to bring in the automated route, and it just didn't go so hot. So let's see if we can manually program this.
Between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices.
Okay.
Thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
So, cross our fingers here. Okay, last to Ksan. And let's execute. And I think we need, from here, we need to go to the flight plan. No, we're in the flight plan. Let's see. We need to, via, maybe? Let's just try this. So let's go to our departures and see what we've got. So we've got Radiator 1. So I think my plane is just a little bit out of date. It doesn't have the Radiator 2. So that could throw us off a little bit, right? I'm going to try Radiator 1. Might be just... This may not work so hot. But at some point you go... Got to figure it out, right? And we're supposed to be taking off from 26R. So it's got to be that one. Let's execute. And it looks like we've got a few transitions over here. I don't know if we're going to find the one we want, because we want to find a level. Ah, there it is. Hey, that's actually good news. And let's execute that. Perfect. Okay, that's a little better than before. If we can find, we may be able to go to our arrivals now. Pop in Lucky 1 right there. That's the one we want. And runway 27. RNAV. I'm just going to do 27. How's that? Let's execute that sucker. Okay. I think... Let's go back to the index. We can kind of update our performance from here. Our zero fuel weight. Let's see where we can find that. Zero fuel weight is going to be up here on page 1, I believe. This 59,812, I believe. So cross your fingers there. Camera just flying all over the place. 59,812. We're pretty close already, but 59,812. Zero fuel weight. We'll enter that. I think I'm going to go with the default V1, VR, V2. And I think we need to copy perf initial data to FMS. Oh, I actually, you know what? Fuel. My fuel weight. Let's see. 6944 is what we're going to be bringing with us. Doesn't sound like a lot of fuel, but, you know. 6944. Fair enough. And my takeoff trim is going to be 7.5. I'm going to copy this. We'll set the payload in the simulator. All right. 7.2 is my takeoff trim. Okay. Right now I'm sitting at 7.5. Let's just bring it down just a minute. 7. So sensitive. 7.2 right there. Our takeoff trim. Is there anything else I need to do in here? I'm sure there is. but I've forgotten what it is. So I think all these things are going to be on by default. I think enabled, index, yes, yes. VOR and DME, yes, yes. Looks like everything's feeding into the system here. Enabled, enabled. Yes, yes. Great. Okay. Let's look at our legs to make sure. So we're going to be taking off. I'm going to compare this to my flight plan above. Let's find my legs. Here they are. So, we're going to be hitting right here. Kalas, to Rudy Y, to Cell Z, to Radier. Let's go next page. To Doyle, to Zelma, to Jotnu, to Level. And, yeah, that looks great. I think that looks great. Okay, I got a few other things I need to check here. My nose wheel steering is going to be off, I think, until I start taxiing. Which, by the way, that's going to be coming up here. So we've got, I bet, hopefully our beacon's on, which it's not. Whoopsie daisy. And our taxi lights. And our strobe. I don't think we need that on yet. No landing lights. I think we're good over here. This is looking pretty good. Now, we don't have our clearance yet. We're going to need a clearance so that we can put in our squawk. So let's go ahead and get clearance.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12 IFR to Lindbergh, ready to copy.
HeadTrip 12 is cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure frequency is 133.905, squawk 1333.
Oh, whoops. I think I have to hit that first. 13 what? 33?
HeadTrip 12, did you copy?
Sure did.
HeadTrip 12 cleared to Lindbergh Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 8 left climb and maintain 12,000 feet. Departure on 133.905, squawk 1333.
HeadTrip 12, read that correct. Contact ground on 121.9er. Good day.
Okay, so we're going to be taking off 8L. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where that lands us. Let's see. $8L right here. This is the one we're going to be taking off. Going slightly, it looks like slightly. Now, here's a problem. That is a problem because that's not what our flight plan said we were going to be doing. I'm going to change over, check out our flight plan real quick. I'm going to request a different runway if possible. Sorry, that's really difficult to read there. Coming back to our flight plan, we're supposed to, according to our flight plan, we were going to take off of, where was it? It's up here. 26R. I'm going to request 26R.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 12 with Mike ready to taxi IFR.
HeadTrip 12 taxi to and hold short of runway 8 left using taxiway Charlie Golf Delta. Contact tower on 118.75 when ready.
We're going to see if we can get 26R. Ah, no go. Looks like we're stuck with 8L. Select another runway. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, they're not having any of that.
HeadTrip 1-2, did you hear my last transmission?
It's going to be 8L or nothing.
Taxi to and hold short runway 8 left using taxiway Charlie Golf Delta HeadTrip 1-2.
Okay, 8L it is. Fair enough. That's okay. We'll make our first connection as quick as we can. Let's just see if we can figure out with Navigraph where that is. This is going to be kind of an interesting adjustment we have to make. So let's close this out for a moment. Let's see. So the first one, Radiator 2, that's, I mean, really at the end of the day, it's going to be taking us down. We're just going to do a quick 180 turn. So it's not going to be too bad, actually. We'll be fine. We will be fine. So let's get a pushback, shall we? Now, I want to make sure my reverse thrusters are armed. I believe they're supposed to be armed here. And ground dump is on auto. I think that's exactly where it needs to be. Yep. Okay, guys. I think we're in pretty good shape. I believe. So, let's just do it, shall we? Let's go back to ground here, and let's request a pushback.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 1-2 requesting pushback.
HeadTrip 1-2 pushback. Request accepted.
I guess we may as well see how our passengers are doing here. Got 63% satisfied. That's better than usual, so hopefully that's an indicator of improvement. Got to make sure we get our... When he's ready to push, got to get our parking brake off. We're going to get a right steer real quick.
Las Vegas ground, HeadTrip 1-2 requesting pushback to steer the aircraft to the right.
HeadTrip 1-2, your request has been transmitted to the operator.
I'll be honest, that is not what I wanted. We wanted a left
Las
steer.
Vegas ground, HeadTrip 1-2 requesting
Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Kind of hogging up some tarmac space here, but we'll get back on gear. Excuse me. That
Las
should
Vegas
do it.
Ground, HeadTrip 12 requesting the end of pushback.
HeadTrip 12 request to end pushback received.
Okay, we'll say goodbye to McCarran Airport here as we start to taxi out to 8L. There we go. And we're on our way, guys. We are on our way. Hopefully we have sufficient fuel. We'll trust our plan. %61 of everyone still satisfied. We'll take it. Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. Let's hope we have equivalent weather down in sunny San Diego. I'm guessing our chances are fairly good. It is San Diego after all. One more last look at downtown Las Vegas and the Strip. And GM Grand in the background there. The Luxor. The Wynn. And Associates. Not seeing a lot of planes flying around today. That's interesting. I'm sure they're here. Kind of a quiet day. We'll get our flaps down in the 8-degree position. There we go. We'll just make sure we don't have any oncoming traffic. So far, so good. Almost there. Now this says 1L19R. That's okay. I guess we have one more to go. Is there another runway? There is. Just one more. And I accidentally hit my... There we go. There's the Eiffel Tower and the stratosphere there in the background. We'll creep up here a little bit. Oh, you know, that's interesting. I misread. Okay, I think I'm understanding now. I misread. The markers on this 8L is over this way. We're going to be taking off in a different direction. We're going to be taking off parallel, really. There we go. There we go. All right. I think we're ready for our takeoff clearance.
Las Vegas Tower HeadTrip 12 ready for IFR departure runway 8 left.
HeadTrip 12 altimeter 29.9 wind 047 at 12. Cleared for takeoff runway 8 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 8 left HeadTrip 12.
All right. Nothing holding us back now. This is a really long runway, probably the longest runway here at McCarran. So that's good news for me, I guess. Wow. That guy's coming right in. I didn't get any hold instructions.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, you may have noticed we aborted our takeoff run, and I'd like to apologise for the short delay while we investigate the problem. If you could stay seated and secured, we should be able to try departing again in a few moments. Thank you.
I think there's a problem, but I don't think there is. Now, the one thing I need to pay attention to, and it's been a little bit of time since I last did this, so we need to get ready. Once we hit our L rotates, our L2s, blah, 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 we need to, what do we need to do? Oh, first of all, we need flight director. I do remember that. There we go, flight director. That's going to be our best friend over here in the pink. And I think the next thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to hit the nav. And then, what was it? The speed and the nav? I hope. We're hoping. I don't recall. And I don't remember if I have to hit the AP engage or not. But I think it's just the nav. Nav and speed. So we'll try to remember to do that. There we go. That's a pretty good view. That'll let us get done what we need to get done, I would assume. We'll take off our parking brake and we'll go for it. And we'll go to Toga. Lots of planes are in here, not very much air traffic control. Not quite sure why that is. And we're up. going to click our speed and our nav.
HeadTrip 12 contact Las Vegas departure on 133.905. Good day.
Everyone's all right. We'll try to bring it back down a little bit here. Climbing just a little fast, I guess.
HeadTrip 12, did you hear my last transmission?
Not really. I'm going to try to acknowledge her.
Going
There's-
to 133.905.
There's the
HeadTrip
handoff.
12.
Let's AP engage. I'm just going to have to play.
188 heavy. Follow the aircraft on final.
There we go. There we go.
047 at 12. Clear to land runway 26 left. Southwest tree, 539er number 2 for landing.
All right, we've got to get on our
Final.
scheduled path here.
At 12. Clear to land runway 26 left.
Clear to land runway 26 left, Spirit, wings 188 heavy. Clear to land runway 26 left, number 2 southwest, tree 539er.
Our autopilot's not picking up our tracking our line, so I'm going to turn them off for just a second. Let's disengage. And let's get ourselves on course. I think I need to get my flaps up. Always seem to forget that.
Spirit wings 188 heavy. Turn next taxiway.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices.
There we go. That gets us back at least in the general direction of where we need to be going. Let's...
Spirit wings 188 heavy. Turn next taxiway. Southwest tree, 539er go around. Spirit wings 188 heavy exit. Runway with able.
Going around southwest, tree 539er.
Southwest tree 539er contact Las Vegas approach on
I
1257.
don't think they like that.
Good day.
I'm working on this,
Spirit wings 188 heavy contact ground on 127.9er.
it's a little tricky. We're going faster than. It is not making these folks happy. That's for certain. My goodness, this is tricky. Keeping in the right. There's our 10,000 feet marker. We're going to be intercepting our path here shortly. I'm going to do a slight turn to the left so we can kind of clip it in a good direction. I think we're supposed to be at around 12,000 feet if I recall, but it's hard to say. Let's do this. Let's move this down here a bit. We still got our nav on and our altitude. Autopilot's a no-go. Not sure why. Let's get in the climb. There we go. And we'll go hard left here. Not too hard left, but well, yeah, not hard enough. See, they're not going to like that either. They're climbing pretty hard there. Got to tell you, that autopilot does not want to come on. Try it again. See if we can engage this thing. No go. We might be doing a manual fly of this guy. I have a feeling we're going to be. Not sure. It's just not. It's not taking in any of our waypoints. There's radar right there. That's the one we want to connect with. We may just have to manually fly this thing. This could be interesting if we... Is it because of the altitude? Nav? Speed? Yuck. It just doesn't like me. Ah, that's why. Ha ha. Hey, get it? I get it. That's perfect. Now let's see if it fixes itself. No, it's freaking out. It doesn't really know where it wants to go. So I'm going to take off the nav and put it on heading. And where do I change my heading? Right here? Is this my heading? My course? Got me beat. Speed, speed. I would think it's this one. I don't know where it wants to take me. It's like literally taking me in a completely opposite direction, and the flight navigator thinks it knows where it's going. Maybe it's going back to intercept another point. Man, that is just an interesting... Let's just see what happens here. We're going to run out of fuel, I can tell you that much, if we're going to mess around this much. Autopilot's engaged. Altitude's cap. Let's just turn off the altitude then. How do you do it? What are we sitting at? 8,600 feet? And we're going literally right back to Las Vegas. So we don't want to do that. But... So how do we get it to capture our next waypoint? That is the question of the day. Let's turn around. Try it again. Hopefully we have enough fuel. I'm going to do a pretty steep bank. I know they're not going to like it. I don't think our folks are very happy. They're down. They're getting hungry. So, you know, that is what it is. But let's see if we can level our flight off a little bit here. There we go. least we're following the path now. We're gonna have to try to figure this out. I don't know if we like disengage nav and then just re-engage it. Oh, you're kidding me.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
I was ready to crash into the ground. Nobody wants that. Uh-oh, we've stalled. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can salvage this trip. My goodness. Is it my trim? I'm pretty sure it probably is. I'm pretty sure it was my trim. Let's just keep going here. That was quite the close call. I think we're going to be better off just... Goodness. Let's move this out of our way so we can see what we need to see. Looks like the VOR is right out here, down there somewhere.
United 1848, wind 166 at 16. Clear to land runway 8 left. Clear to land runway 8 left, United 1848.
Let's see if we can figure out how to trim this speed up. Going up pretty fast. They're not going to be happy with that at all. Yeah, I didn't figure so. It's ugly. What do we got down there? I'm going to turn all the automation off. It just feels like it's giving me a lot of grief. At some point, this yo-yoing has got to level off. Problem is, maybe my trim is just unrealistic. Let's put my trim down and max up our RPMs. And let's pull up so we don't overspeed. If we have to, we'll even put a couple flaps on. We'll just stay right here and climb. And we're already out of fuel. I mean, there's no way we're going to make it to our destination. I'm just going to give ourselves a little bit of fuel for all that gunk we wasted. Spinning around in circles. I honestly don't think my my autopilot knows where to fly. It doesn't feel like it knows where to fly, but I'm just going to follow my trusty Navigraph chart. As you can see here, I'm just going to follow the chart. Make sure everybody's still happy. Okay, the next nav is straight ahead, so question begs is, really, I probably should have changed my co-pilot, yeah, I should have changed that a little bit. I think it was this one. We can certainly go faster than we're going, but I'm just being a little conservative so I can get on the right track here. I have a VOR somewhere down there.
and gentlemen, from the cockpit, just to let you know we've reached our cruise level and we're not anticipating any major delays, so hope to have you at your destination on time as planned. As the cabin crew make their way around the aircraft, please make sure the aisles are clear of any items, and I invite you to please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Thank you.
0% satisfied. They're starved, and they probably got to take a pee too. So, tell you what, I'm going to let them out with their seatbelts, and we'll start serving some drinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisles. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin.
Alright, I'm going to make an attempt here to increase our speed a little bit. I'm going to push us somewhere below climb. Here we go. And let's trim to compensate. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I didn't trim too much. May have to throw some flaps on if I overdid. For a little more detailed view, or tour I should say, of the ground below, maybe see the last episode where we skimmed by Palm Springs. We kind of took a little bit of a different route there, but really there's nothing much to tell you out here right now at this point in time. We're gonna bypass Palm Springs this time around, and we're going to skim over Salton Sea, however, on our way in. Pass up Coachella. I think we can safely say we're past the halfway mark on our journey today. Got a little plane down there. Just right there. Right here. I don't know if you can see it on your screen. It's a little hard to see. We got any vapor trails? Nope, no vapor trails for us. Probably need to get... Oh, yeah, we do actually have some vapor trails. There you go. How do you like that? Of course, there is the Salton Sea right up ahead. I think we're in pretty good shape, I believe. It's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, if you look at our flight plan, it clearly the plane didn't know where we were going. I mean, plane's got us going back, so it's just a mess. Whatever got input into the flight management system is just a disaster. Coachella over here. And Indio and Palm Springs way out that way. Got someone jetting over the lake right now. Looks like he's pretty close to on the same flight path as I am. Just a little lower altitude. Ah, there's another jet flying by. Right there. See how close it gets. We're up here. We're up here at about 37,000 feet. Should help with our fuel management. And we're going to have to cut right here. Just like he did. Oh, there's another one. Lots of traffic out here. Two of them. Almost like they're having a race. All right. Believe it or not, we're getting closer now. This is, I believe, not far from where we tanked it last time. We stopped watching our speed because we were starting to descend. And we were getting much better instructions from ATC. And the reason why we're not getting instructions from ATC, we're probably not... Yeah, that's why.
Los Angeles Center HeadTrip 12 is passing flight level 365, descending 12,000 feet.
HeadTrip 12 Los Angeles Center. Continue to descend as planned.
5,700. Okay, this is where it gets tricky because we've got to go down. And yet, we don't... Let's get some flaps on.
HeadTrip 1-2, please acknowledge.
Descend and maintain 5,700 feet. HeadTrip 1.
So we have a long way to go to get down to 5,700. I might have to flap. I'm sure they're having just a heyday in there. Look, as long as I get them where they need to go, I don't see it being a problem. Oh, there's like a VOR down there. That's roughly where I think it is. Dessert, I guess that's what it's called. Whatever. And go this way, and I need to turn this way. Just see if we can drop. We need to drop something.
American Juliet Sierra, you are 53 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 5,600
Oops,
feet.
whoops.
Tier 10 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI. Descend and maintain 6,200 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI generic Juliet Sierra.
We'll pull the thrust all the way off. We're not done with you guys yet. We're going to keep going down. Down to 28. And a 22. Down to 15. think we can put some flaps back up and get a little bit of thrust back into our life.
Come through, please prepare the cabin for land. Thank you.
And let's trim back.
American 177K or 48 miles east. Descend and maintain 6,400 feet. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach. By LYNDI transition. Cleared to LYNDI.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please make sure you are seated with your belt fastened and your trays in the upright position. Any items should be safely stored and remember to turn off all electronic devices until after landing. Thank you.
Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition. Clear to LYNDI.
Not a whole lot to see coming in. That's for sure.
12, please expedite your descent. 5,700 feet.
5,700. They want me pretty low. That's for sure. $57. Wow, they want me skimming the ground, that's for sure. Probably because that's just going to drop off straight off to sea level shortly after this mountain range, is my guess. Well, we're down to 58, I should say. There's 57 right there. Let's see if we're going to have any luck maintaining around 57. At some point, we're going to have to call in requesting class something airspace. B, probably. I don't know where that picks up.
Generic B, Juliet, Sierra contact, SoCal approach on 119.6. Good day. .6 generic, 8 Juliet Sierra.
I don't know if we have any speed limitations, but let me see if I can request any airspace. I don't know when that comes into play. Request vector.
Los Angeles Center HeadTrip 12 requesting vector to next waypoint.
HeadTrip 12 continues to not turning and following heading 225, resume on navigation.
225. We can do that.
Continue to not turning and following heading 225. Proceed on course HeadTrip 12.
I think I need to pick up a little bit of altitude. I'm getting a little too close to these mountains. She hasn't asked me to drop yet below 57. see where we're at.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
5,000. Let's keep that about there.
HeadTrip 1 to acknowledge last transmission. American 1772 traffic is 12 o'clock 4 miles at 5,500 feet. Report them in sight. American 1772 contact SoCal approach on 124.35. Good day.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet. HeadTrip 12.
HeadTrip 1 to your 20 miles east. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect localizer runway 27 approach by LYNDI transition.
So maybe what I need is a couple flaps to get my speed down. We're not supposed to be above 210. Let's try that.
124.35 American 1772.
HeadTrip 1 to descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
4. All right. But I gotta tell you, we're supposed to do this without, there we go. That's cutting it close to this mountain range.
HeadTrip 1 to climb and maintain 4,000 feet.
Probably need to climb just a little bit.
1 to climb and maintain 3,600 feet.
36. Okay, we're getting there. Beautiful San Diego, guys. And surrounding areas, of course.
HeadTrip 1 to descend and maintain 2,700 feet.
I'm pretty close. I just don't know which way to approach this. I don't know which way to approach this airport is the problem. I really don't. I don't see my approach on. Maybe this will help. Oh, goodness. Oh, well, that's not bad. That approach isn't bad at all.
HeadTrip 1 to climb and maintain 2,700 feet.
Okay, we're just going to come straight in. Hey, I like that. Climb and maintain what?
HeadTrip 1 to your 10 miles east of Lindbergh. Contact Lindbergh Tower on 118.3 when inbound.
I sure can't see the airport, though. I'm going to tell you. I'm looking for lights.
HeadTrip 1 to please acknowledge.
I am working, ma'am.
Tower on 118.3. HeadTrip 12.
I don't like that at all. Where is the flippin' airport? Please don't tell me it's that over there. That is it. That was zero helpful to me. Okay, guys, this is the moment of truth. Just slightly nervous. I don't even know if slightly is the right word for it. I could have used a little bit of help there on I don't even know if this is the right runway, but this is the one we're taking. It doesn't look long enough. I can tell you that much right now. Wheels, wheels, wheels. Wheels, wheels, wheels.
Cabin crew, please take your seats.
Come on. Wheels, wheels, wheels. Down. Oh, this isn't long enough. Okay, guys. We're in for a crash landing here. No, come on. And let's put the brakes on. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Spoilers, spoilers. All right, guys. We have landed in San Diego. Woo! That was scary.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the aircraft has arrived at the gate. You
Yeah, I
are
don't
reminded that all electronic devices should remain turned off until you are in the terminal building. Thank you.
I'll hold tight here on the taxiway until we can get some taxi instruction. Whew. That was intense for me. I'll tell you that. I don't even know what runway we came in on there, but I'm just happy to be here. There we go. There's the city. Goodness. Let's just find where we're going, shall we?
Lindbergh ground, HeadTrip 12 taxi to the gate. HeadTrip 12 taxi to gate 76 via taxiway Bravo 9 Alpha.
Lindbergh. Hopefully.
Taxiing to gate 76 via taxiway Bravo 9 Alpha, HeadTrip 12.
76, huh? Okay. See if I can find gate 76. Gate 76 is not, coming up immediately. But that's not to say that we're at the right terminal. See, that's our problem. So that looks like that terminal, right? Yep, that looks like that. So we're gonna be closer to this Mickey Mouse terminal here. Let's see if we can find it, shall we? Okay. It's not giving us, oh, wait, there's Mickey Mouse right up there. That's what we wanted. Alright. That doesn't look like gate 76 either. For access to and from Terminal 51. Yeah, where's gate 76? Nobody would really know, really, would they? 51. Okay. Well. Doesn't look like we're at the Mickey Mouse's. Brother. Maybe we just gotta pick a spot. Terminal 2 West. What did it say? Right? It said gate. Let's just make sure I'm not smoking something here. Taxi to gate 76 via B9A. B9A. Alright. Yeah, I mean, just right over here, I'm guessing. It's a little odd, because... Well, let's see. Maybe they renamed the gates. Who knows? Really? But here's B9. There's B9, and where's A? A is right here. I just don't find 76. That's weird. That's just weird. I think I'm gonna go closer to like 50. I mean, that's as good as we can get, right? No more gates. Okay, that's what we'll do. So we'll head off here to the right here a little bit. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find 76. Probably not, but we're going to go off this way. It's nice to be in California, though. Passengers are, I don't know, we'll have to look and see if they're satisfied. I don't have time to really look at them right now. 16% satisfied, you know. Everybody's a complainer, right? Everybody has an opinion. I got you safely on the ground. You're in San Diego. Yeah, I don't know what else you want. Goodness. Let's see what happened to my rust. Okay, hang on a second. Oh wow, did we turn off our plane? No, we're in idle. Oh, I know what happened. Again, I know what happened. It's this, oh, no, that wasn't it. It's this danged auto flight assist that keeps turning itself on. I don't get it. Has to do everything to do with keyboard shortcuts that I can't seem to figure out. Okay. We're going to try to choose a gate here. It's not going to be anything close to 76, but I'm just going to take the far end one. And of course, this guy's not stopping for anybody. Yeah, you already know. Yep. I'll be honest, I don't even know if I ever turn off the nose steering wheel. That's funny. I guess. Put on our parking brake. Put up our flaps. Guess we forgot to do that. And let's get these suckers off my plane, shall we? I mean, they're not very satisfied anyways.
Linkberg ground. HeadTrip 12, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
There we go. Yuck. Let's open up the doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
We got a ground cart coming over. Yeah. It's a lot faster than the dude in Las Vegas, I'll tell you that much. Let's get baggage service.
Linkberg ground. HeadTrip 12, could you please send the baggage?
HeadTrip 12, we don't know where the baggage is.
Well, geez. We lost our luggage. Did we lose their luggage? I'm sure they're not going to be terribly pleased about that. Let's see if we can get people off this plane, though. Oh, they're off. I mean, they couldn't get off fast enough. I'll tell you what, those guys are off. Cargo unloading in progress. 49 items, 58. Well, that was a freaking vacuum and a half, wasn't it? Looks like we've got most of the baggage off the plane. We can go ahead and probably shut her down. I think we're going to, for our next episode, now that we're down here in California, there's some fun sights to see. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to hop back in our little Cessna 172, or maybe even just a little, I don't know, maybe just a tiny little Icon or something like that, and do some sightseeing down here in SoCal. So that should be fun. We got another state knocked off of our world tour. Super sketchy landing. Super sketchy landing. But I did finally remember to lower my wheels, my landing gear. Yeah, and going back in and checking, by the way, did I ever unlock? I don't know that I really ever unlocked my steering wheel nose, but whatever. You know what? We still got where we needed to go, so I guess that's a good thing. Only 11 more items off of the plane. Let's stop the engines. Should have done that probably a while ago. So let's just pull the trigger back and stop the engine. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the door is open. Please make your way to the exit and please make sure you have all your personal items and carry-on luggage.
Come here and stop both those engines. I thought we had ground power connected. We do. Probably just need to allow it to come in. There we go. Turn off our fuel pumps. I think we're okay here. Flip over our switches. Oh, I guess we never really did turn on our strobes. That was another thing we screwed up. Hydraulics can come off. Taxi lights can come off. Just lots of things to think about here, I guess. I guess I should have turned off the seatbelt sign. They weren't waiting for me anyways. Okay. Those go back up into the up position. I think that's most of it. We can flip our battery off, I believe. There, now we get some credit, some flight hours. All of our cargo is unloaded, so we'll go ahead and retract jetway, obviously. Well, can't really retract a jetway when you've turned off your avionics, so maybe the battery on for just one quick moment. Just enough to call in a retraction here.
Lindbergh ground HeadTrip 12, could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
There it goes. We'll disconnect our external power. And there he goes. He's fast. He's efficient. I'll tell you that much. And now I think we can flip ourselves off. Wow, I just said we can flip ourselves off. That was ironic, I guess. Okay. There we go. There it is. Oh, I probably forgot to close the doors. Yep, I did. It's like, I am out of here. Forget the closing of the doors. I guess I better be legitimate here. Whatever. Really, all I need is this bad boy. This guy's got his own power. I might need a battery to get the hydraulics to work, though. Oh, yuck. I didn't like that, but let's close the cargo, close the service door, and close the passenger door. I think that's it. Now we'll go back to, why is he back in here? He's supposed to drive away.
Flying with us. Before takeoff, we would like to encourage all passengers to watch our cabin crew display the safety features of the aircraft.
You think so, huh? There we go. Okay. And he's just ready for the next connection. Sounds like he's got nothing else to do. That's it. Las Vegas to San Diego. Successful flight, but just barely. Still working on that whole ILS. That I just don't know what happened with autopilot. Something went funky. I just did something wrong there, but we'll try it again. But we got here. That's the important part. Oh, I think we needed to reset that. Turn these guys off. Oh boy, don't want to do that really. Yeah, turn these guys off. And I can turn off the reverse thrusters. And I think that's it. At least it's everything I can remember. So thank you for joining us on HeadTrip Air World Tour, where we knock off one additional state. And now the world is our oyster to the north in Oregon, should we choose, or to the south in Mexico. So just depending on which way the wind's blowing, we'll figure out where we go next. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you on the flip side.